What weapons were used at the Battle of Pharsalus? Have you ever wondered what weapons shaped the outcome of one of the most significant battles in Roman history? The Battle of Pharsalus, fought in 48 before Common Era, was a turning point during Caesar's civil war. The weapons used by both armies reflected the standard armament of Roman soldiers at that time. The primary weapon for close combat was the Gladius, a short stabbing sword measuring about 60 centimeters long. This sword was designed for thrusting, making it effective in tight fighting situations. Roman legionaries relied heavily on the Gladius to engage in hand-to-hand combat. Before the clash of swords, soldiers typically threw their Pila, which were heavy javelins. These throwing spears were designed to disrupt enemy formations and damage shields. At Pharsalus, Julius Caesar's troops used their Pila not only by throwing them but also by thrusting them directly at Pompey's cavalry when they charged. Some cavalrymen and officers carried the spatha, a longer sword than the Gladius. This weapon was better suited for mounted combat, allowing cavalry to engage effectively in battle. Both sides also utilized projectile weapons. Pompey's army included around 3,600 archers and slingers. These troops launched volleys of arrows and stones to harass Caesar's infantry and cavalry from a distance, adding another layer of complexity to the battlefield. Roman cavalrymen were armed with spears or lances for their charges, as well as swords for close combat. The cavalry played a critical role at Pharsalus, initially pushing back Caesar's horsemen before being outmaneuvered. In terms of defense, soldiers wore helmets and body armor such as larica hamata, which is chainmail, or larica segmentata, which is segmented plate armor. They also carried large rectangular shields known as scutum. These shields provided protection against both missiles and melee attacks. The battle tactics involved using these weapons in coordinated phases. Infantry would advance under missile fire, throw their Pila to disrupt enemy lines, and then close in with their Gladii for decisive melee combat. The cavalry aimed to flank and break enemy formations using their spears and swords. At Pharsalus, Caesar's clever deployment of a hidden fourth line of infantry armed with Pila was a game-changer against Pompey's cavalry. In summary, the weapons at the Battle of Pharsalus were typical of Roman military equipment of that era. The Gladius, Pila, spears, bows, and slings, combined with armor and shields, were employed with disciplined tactics that ultimately led to Caesar's victory.